to be a fresh face here for us to see. And yeah, I'm just excited to see how this game turns out as we are getting ready to load in to game 3 of NSI 2022 group stage between uh Watchdogs and Green Eggs and Spam.
So yeah, game 3, day 3 is now getting underway, and I am excited because this is one of the last games for this week 1 of the group stages, right? We have, at this point, right, we are going to see Watchdogs play their first match. This is Green Eggs and Spam's second match, right? And the next game will be the first game of another team, the Fat, right? So it's going to be exciting to see how these teams perform today because once these two games come under us, we will have seen every single team perform at least once this weekend. So I'm very excited to see how this match turns out because this will be a good read on how powerful these two teams really are. Obviously, we saw the strength of Green Eggs with the Fiora yesterday, but this will be the first time we get to see Watchdogs in action.
Wow, I mean, look at this first. I mean, if we're looking at the wow, that is big. Look at that Look at that first trinket being red trinket. Knowing that, just understanding where vision will be, and knowing the timings of these wards, it seems like they've done their homework as well. Knowing that, okay, let's not have our jungler seen this early, and knowing this, they respond, and they're even spotted here. This is
Yeah.
insane.
This is a great
Wow.
ward, right? They knew that because they would see that they were topside, they would probably try to respond with something bot side, right? There is a ward there by
Great
both bot
read.
laners of Green Eggs and Spam to see where the bot lane of Watchdogs would be, but they know that they're there, so they know that they're probably going to take a wide berth. We do also see the cleanse on the Xayah, right? Understanding the danger that kind of CC possesses, and here it
Look at
looks like
this.
they're
They
going to
know.
delay. The Wukong is going to fight here. They might try to go for the Xayah here. Dark Binding will go out. Lazerue getting that hook onto the Caitlyn. Caitlyn now possibly being forced to flash. The Binding does go onto Wukong. Flash used by Caitlyn, but Wukong flashing in and securing the first blood onto the Caitlyn. That is a huge start for Watchdogs, showing why they were the champions last year.
Wow, the positioning from both champs there, knowing that, okay, if Xayah walks up first here, it seems that Xayah's gonna walk in this blindly, so they'll stay even longer. Knowing that they had vision there the whole time, Thresh went for the hook first instead of the flay, which they usually start with in the early game. But yeah, that's just great play from Watchdogs, understanding what they can do, and wow, already having a push this early in the game for the Orianna, abusing this Kassadin. Wow, just and Kev even gets the
Oh,
grab.
yes, he manages to get the grub. Now Rammus is now screwed over his clear. He is trying to run away here, but Gnar is now rotating over. We do also see the mid lane rotating over from Watchdogs. We do see a fight possibly breaking out here. Wukong going in, attacking this Rammus. Rammus does have the sweeper, but having to blow that flash, and that is huge for Watchdogs. Taking away the flash from a Rammus who could just, flash taunt in. That could be very, very effective, and that is huge. Oh, they might look for a dive here. That seems a bit risky. Irelia getting the stun onto the Gnar. The Gnar going too far in, but there's not a lot of damage. Gnar getting mega, and it looks like that is going to be huge for Watchdogs, continuing to bully out the jungle for Green Eggs and Spam.
You know what's insane about this Watchdogs team? It's this from last year. This is what they've been doing. It's like the ability to know how much further they can poke their enemy, and just if you saw that jump from Gnar, it was like I thought that he was gonna get hit by the turret, but it didn't. And wow, Kev even gets the Krugs here from the Rammus's Krugs here. So this is
Oh, but
crazy.
Irelia getting the stun, going in, using her Q to getting that second reset, trying to go in onto the Gnar. This Gnar is going to die here unless he respects this. He tries to. Oh, he does. He decides to keep the flash, understanding the range and realizing that Irelia would not have a chance to go in on him with that W. Oh, they are trying to invade the Rammus here. This is going to be a 3v2. Xayah is now rotating over. This might be a 3v3. But they are taking the blue buff here. Lazerue is trying to stand protective. The binding does not hit. Xayah is now around. They are going to fight for this. This is a 3v3. Mid laners are rotating over right now. Orianna going in. But there is a hook onto the Morgana. Morgana dropping the spell shield. But going in, this is Xayah. The Morgana now flashes away. Kev does fall too. Jump King. They are continuing to fight here. Orianna is now in this fight. Thresh having to flash away, but Xayah getting the kill onto Rammus. And that is a 1-for-1. Both junglers falling here, but there are a lot of summoners blown there. There was also a solo kill in the top lane. Irelia taking out the Gnar, and Gnar having a TP back.
Yeah, but Gnar doesn't really lose anything much there. If anything, can actually even freeze the wave here if positioned properly, but I don't think he can, if I'm correctly, but it does crash there. Irelia getting a free back. But yeah, big play there, but Junking should pay attention to the summoners used in that fight. Bot lane doesn't have flash, should be returning here if you look over there. Is hovering there, taking the blue, but is spotted. but can still take this if he wants to go for it. But yep, they choose not to stay. They just go back, and it is a free. Oh, they are going to look for the Rammus here.
No, it looks like not. Yeah, it looks like they're not going to continue fighting, right? So it was well played, right? Understanding their limits, not pushing, and it's one of those things that we mentioned earlier, right? The things that the good teams do is that even when they're ahead, they don't push their boundaries. They understand where they should go until, because it might transition into them, basically shifting the lead to the other team. So great presence of mind by Watchdogs to make sure that they don't make that same mistake.
This is just insane ball management coming out from teanivia on the Orianna. Just bullying this Kassadin out for any free farm. Like, look at that damage right now. That's why the Kassadin does choose to go that Doran shield for that extra regen in lane, but it's just crazy coming out from teanivia right now in terms of poking and understanding the matchup.
So yeah, I'm excited to see. Oh, there might be a fight here happening between the Kassadin and Orianna. Orianna has been playing this very well, I do have to say. Rammus getting some vision in, but this will be spotted out. Yeah. Oh, Rammus just taking away that pink. Wasted a little bit of gold there. Oh, Kassadin going in here, but Lazerue is around. He does not have flash available, so he can't.
No
flash in.
mana.
But there's no mana on this Kassadin. Kassadin does have the flash available, using that flay to get him low first. Oh, and the minion wave saves him, but the ignite from Lazerue takes down and takes out the Kassadin. Ignite for flash, that is definitely a worthy trade for Watchdogs.
Yeah, and they want to push this so that it can definitely crash and get a really good reset here for the Orianna, and it does, having to now expend that TP to not miss out on any of the EXP. But great roam coming out from Lazerue there, and now looking at the EXP, the EXP is on the right people here, especially on the solo laners. They want to be ahead, especially in this early game, especially this Irelia. Once that Bork is completed, wants to push out the lead. But gold wise, it is on the hands of Kev and Human 100 with.
There might be a fight here. We do see Kassadin roaming down, and there is a Rammus lurking in the bush here. He is starting to power up. He's trying to go for this, but Lazerue with a huge play, flashing in, taunting the Thresh, managing to keep him there, and the CC chain onto the Thresh is insane. Wukong is now here. There's a teleport, also committed by the Orianna, but it's too slow, and they get that free kill onto the Thresh.
Yeah, with the changes in TP this season, that they don't allow that roam to be punished because of that slow. I mean, you don't keep the home guard anymore once you TP. So, good try for a response coming out from Watchdogs there, but in the end, they do still they still do lose out on a member. But yeah, continuing this bullying from this Orianna now, and as well on the top side, Irelia seems to be winning here just because of the early first blood, forcing this Gnar to go an early plated steel caps.
But I do want to note, the Gnar isn't that far behind in CS, right? In terms of CS differences, we can look at the bot lane, right? This Xayah has definitely, this Xayah Thresh has been pushing this Caitlyn Morgana under tower for quite some time, as well as the mid lane, right? Obviously, Orianna abusing that. Oh, but we do see the Gnar going for the Irelia here. Understands that she's low on mana, but she allows her to go. But also look at the jungle, right? That early punish. Oh, but a solo kill from teanivia onto this Kassadin. Rammus is around. He does not have ultimate available just yet, and realizes that he can't really do much there. So great play, great solo kill by this Orianna, continuing to further punish this early game weak champ in the Kassadin.
The great punish by the Gnar on the Irelia there, knowing that didn't have enough mana, because if he let Irelia just push that lane out, that would have been a free Rift Herald for Junking there, because Kev did just show around bot side, did just take Dragon, so would have looked for a cross map response. So looks to push this one out, lets this crash, but oh, Señor Stab is trying to freeze this. This is a really bad position for Gnar to be in.
And does manage to get the freeze. That is huge.
But I mean, Kev is around here, and so is Junking. So if there is a 2v2 skirmish happening, they can just look to push this wave in, look for the Gnar reset, and just hope that nothing goes bad here for them. But yeah, they look to be able. It looks like they're able to shove this. Kev is just gonna cover for his top laner if anything does happen to him.
Irelia is around. She might look to go in here. If she does, Kev is around. They could fight here, but Irelia electing to just stay under tower, respecting the fact that might be there. Trying to go in, misses the stun, and now Wukong is around, having to blow the flash. Now Irelia trying to continue to go in. Irelia still does have her ultimate available, but Wukong, the ult used, the cycle used immediately, but the Gnar, the Mega Gnar, it knocks them both into the wall, but gets that W, and then Kev having to flash away, and now Kev is going to fall in a double kill over to this Irelia.
Not good for Watchdogs. They don't want gold over onto this Irelia, who can easily win for them. But,
Was happening? A fight was happening in the bot lane, and it looks like Morgana got caught out there. Ignite for Ignite used here, but that was huge. This is an amazing trade for this Watchdogs bot lane. It looks like they're going to shove on the tower, and they might look for a dive here.
Yeah, but I mean, 3 kills right now on this Irelia should have enough gold to just further propel this lead that they that she has right now. Looks to have a completed, not yet completed, but more components towards that blade. Oh! Wow!
Oh, through. The Flay does not go Feather Storm to disengage. Does take another tower shot. Oh, does take another tower shot, but that is great. Oh, was I lagging? Sorry. But yeah, that was huge. Great play by Lazerue to secure a kill onto the Caitlyn. The Black Shield's coming in a little too late from this Morgana, and huge play by this bot lane. Oh, Rammus is around. Rammus. Oh, Morgana flashing in, going for the ultimate, using the Lantern. Lantern does get away, and manages to get away from Morgana's ultimate as well. Great response by Lazerue to get his ADC back to safety.
This bot lane is still such a joy to watch. I mean, we saw this last tournament. Lazerue's Thresh basically had magnetic hooks and is still on point this tournament. It's just showing the bot gap again over at this side of Watchdogs. This is just pretty good play coming out from the Xayah and Thresh, just knowing their limits. Yeah, sure, they did lose out on the top side trade earlier, but they still do get the Rift Herald here. Oh, there's a fight.
Oh, going with the Riftwalker, using that ultimate from the Rammus, now getting the Orianna. Orianna does not have flash, and that is a kill over to the Kassadin. Another member of Green Eggs and Spam who wants that goal.
Yep, gold over to the top side of the map, especially the mid laner. They do want that, especially the with EXP as well. Señor stab right now with
getting that stun onto the Gnar. Irelia understanding that she's at an advantage here, using that Q reset to also get away from the Gnar autos. Great play. This Irelia continuing to push her lead.
I mean, there is a 600 gold difference in terms of the mid laners right now, but that is still quite a big difference in terms of items. Look, the boots completed for the Orianna can further punish this pick of the Kassadin in the early game, but yeah, they're giving more gold to where the gold is in for Watchdogs. It's with Kev, it's with Xayah as well, so they just want to keep this rolling. They want to keep this lead for the Xayah up and ahead, so it seems as if they will try to put this Xayah over at mid lane as soon as possible. And Gale Force completed, just knowing that okay, he knows that he doesn't need that Kraken Slayer or anything to melt this Rammus. Just elects to go for extra damage with that Gale Force and an extra move speed as well.
So this is going to be exciting because, as you mentioned, a big Xayah is going to be very powerful. They might be looking for a pick here. Green Eggs and Spam may be looking to get this Orianna. She is walking a bit far forward, but they don't notice where she is. They are looking to go into the jungle, or, you know, they're doing a little dance. But, oh, Irelia is around. Morgana using the moves, or Orianna using the moves, but Irelia getting that attack and the taunt to keep her safely away. And they get another kill. Caitlyn taking that one this time. But Rift Herald was popped mid, so, you know, they trade one kill for objectives, right? A plate up top and an entire tower mid. So while they did lose out on another member, right? teanivia getting caught out, they did transition it into possibly 2 Herald charges, unless, oh, they're going for the Kassadin here. So Kassadin does manage to get away Herald, but Cyclone use, and the hook lands onto the Kassadin. Kassadin did take away the Herald, but it wasn't worth it. Loses his life for this, but the rest of Green Eggs and Spam is now rotating over to this mid tower. Will they be able to get a fight here? Morgana is now showing. Will they look for a fight here? Lantern is used and manages to get the Wukong away to safety. Rammus is still rolling in though. But Rammus is with Irelia, uses the ult to go in, taunting the Xayah, but the box is used, preventing Irelia from going in. There is the Irelia ultimate used, but great pullback! The Xayah stunning 3 members. Xayah does go down to this Irelia. The Irelia is too big. Wukong managing to run away. Gets ulted by the Caitlyn, but that is He is still healthy. A teleport now coming in from Green Eggs Expand. This is the Kassadin. Kassadin is going to look at the fight here. Gnar and Wukong. But Wukong getting attacked on, getting ulted on by this mid laner, and that is a great teleport by the Kassadin to respond to that. So very, very chaotic fight. And while Watch Dogs won in terms of the objectives there, you got more kills in return for Green Eggs. There's a teleport coming from Orianna here. The dive is not going to continue. They respect the ultimate and the fact that Shockwave can do some damage. Stun does not land for Irelia. Orianna going for something here. There is a stun. The Morgana binding does not hit. Irelia going back in. The Shockwave landing on 2 members. Gnar going in does not have... They managed to get the shutdown onto the Irelia. They're continuing to fight. Kassadin gets the kill on the Orianna, but the tower shot takes out this Kassadin. Well, Gnar continues to chase. Rammus is around. Morgana continuing to ward him away and decides not to keep chasing that fight. So overall, 2 for 1 with a shutdown handed over to this Orianna. Great response by Watch Dogs.
Yeah, I mean, great response from Watch Dogs, but before that fight, the shutdown on this very fed Xayah went to the Irelia, who is going towards that Noon Quiver build, so most likely Immortal Shield Bow, more gold going towards the Xayah. I mean, and there you go, Leandris is completed by the Orianna just to melt, I mean, just to go against this tankiness. But look at the vision coming out from Green Eggs here on the Baron side, knowing that there's not going to be a big objective coming out in a bit. I mean, in terms of Dragon, they want to secure this vision as much as possible to spot out Kev in his rotations. Right now, this Rammus has been great in responding to Kev's ganks and counter ganks right now, especially that 2v2 top side that got the Irelia fed in the first place.
Yeah, and you know, that vision, as you pointed out, has been something that's instrumental in Green Eggs and Spam, keeping this in their favor. Obviously, we see the gold difference not really reflecting the kill difference here, right? Obviously, they're heading kills, but 2 mid towers gone, a lot of plates take... The bottom tower, tier 1 is gone, and then 3 plates, I believe, went over to this Gnar. So while they did, you know, they seem to be behind in kills, they have been getting a lot of gold around the map. But yeah, going back to the vision, right? That ward was something that was extremely instrumental in allowing, and they did not spot it out. It's still there. Wukong will not be able to spot this out either, and they'll be spotted because that pink was there. They watched the whole team rotate, and Irelia can just walk away to safety, knowing that there are members of Watch Dogs hunting for Irelia right now.
Yeah, and they can just respond to this, putting the Kassadin on the side lane. So this is something that Green Eggs was really good at. A lot of local gold going towards this Xayah, but they were really good at knowing to have...
Something might happen here.
Yeah.
Aurelia might go onto the Xayah here if Xayah decides to overextend. Aurelia going in with pink flipping backwards. Aurelia have to use the flash. Cyclone is now being used onto Aurelia. Second cast of Cyclone and the pullback. Amazing pullback by the Xayah to secure the kill onto the Irelia. Huge play. They are trying to dive this Orianna. Orianna, huge stock wave onto the bot lane of Green Eggs and Spam. And now they're tanking so many tower shots here. They are very low. Teleport is now used by Gnar. Will they continue to chase this? Gnar is looking for something here. Rammus may be able to get away, but it looks like Caitlyn will not. Hop is used. The Gnar is trying to go for this. Caitlyn gets that first hit. Caitlyn is trying to get away, but Caitlyn looks like she'll be able to successfully get away. But look at the top side. Look at exactly what's happening there. They are on tier 3. They managed to transition that kill on the Caitlyn into a tier 3, but now Caitlyn is sandwiched between 3 members, and Orianna is the one that secures the kill. Oh, but the fight continues. Xayah is now going for this huge pullback. The huge pullback onto the Rammus, and Rammus falls so quickly. And yes, Kassadin gets this tier 1 tower, but that is not worth it. The amount of gold that Watch Dogs just transitioned over into their pockets is huge.
I mean, we saw. Okay, that was the one time that Lazerue misses a hook is on Rift Herald. Rift Herald is scripting confirmed, but like. That is crazy. That turnaround, that bunch of events, all of that happened before Dragon Spawn, and they get perfect respawn timers here too. And PD completed for this Dragon fight, so they look to just run it down mid, put this Herald, shove the wave, and then head towards this Dragon, which should be Infernal Soul here. Yeah, Infernal Dragon has just spawned, and yeah, I mean, even with the whole time that Kassadin was at bot, they are still equal in EXP here. And in terms of gold, I mean, if you looked over there, they're still pretty much ahead, even though they killed this Orianna 3 times already. But yeah, Orianna is still ahead of this Kassadin. Oh, but they are split pushing topside here.
But this Dragon, it looks like it's
they have
maybe enough. Yeah, they have a Herald. This is not a good play. They're continuing to push this. They're canceling backs. This is not... Oh, this is a huge blunder by Green X's fan. They're going to continue to get this. They get the Dragon as well. This Herald will get its first charge. I believe it's not even going to get a charge onto the tower. I believe its first charge is going to be directly onto the inhibitor. And yes, the first inhibitor falls, and they might get a second charge onto a Nexus turret here, which is going to be huge, right? Nexus turrets do not come back, so as the second charge goes through, Kassadin going in once again, but getting the box and getting killed instantly, right? Kassadin getting that, taking away that Herald, but losing his life for it. This is the second time it's happened this game, and I don't know if it's worth it, right? The CC chain comes in, and they're going to get a second inhibitor in top lane. Irelia has now backed, but this is 2 inhibitors and 1 life for basically nothing, and Dragon as well. They are going to continue to siege this, I believe. It looks like they're going to keep fighting this. Irelia does have that Vanguard's Edge available. Lazerue gets a hook, and then huge shockwave, getting 3 members of Green X's spam, and an ultimate to knock the rest of them back into the team of Watchdogs. Watchdogs decided that they're going to end this game in 20 minutes as well. First Nexus Tower is about to go down. Caitlyn going for the ultimate onto the Gnar. Gnar falls, but the Nexus Tower doesn't fall either. Oh, actually, Kev falls to the Caitlyn here. They might look for a chase here. Caitlyn does not have ultimate to keep looking for this, but Kassadin has his ultimate. He might look to get the members of Watchdogs. They're all very low here. There are teleport wards available, and he does have teleport up, but we will see if he goes for a chase. Instead, elects to stay in the base and clear out their open base.
What a wombo combo coming out from Watchdogs there. It looked like they were getting a little bit too eager to end early, knowing that, oh, their rivals ended early, we want to end early too. They overstepped a little bit there, but they still showed like the clean decision making from the whole team. They like, okay, they're sending all those people topside. Okay, we go Herald mid then, and then get this turret here too, and then if they try to stop it, let's catch them off. And like, I mean, yes, they get 2 big shutdowns in terms of gold in the turret, so they do get the loot from that top tier 2 and that bottom tier 1, but in terms of gold, they are still 5k behind now. Yeah, 4k behind of this team.
Yeah, and it looks like it's going to transition to a very easy Baron, right? The Xayah is extremely fed, 2.5 items already, right? And this Baron take is going to be so quick, right? Irelia is in the bot lane, Rammus is backing currently, and there is just no response to this. Just a very quick and instant Baron, right? Irelia might be able to chip some damage off of this bottom tier 2 as well, but does not have the wave to take it all the way. And I mean, here we see, oh, look, they're pushing mid and top. They understand that they have an open base. And Baron buff plus the super minion is going to be very influential.
I like the response coming up from Watchdogs here, knowing that a lot of the gold is on this Irelia. They're like, okay, let's just not be where Irelia is and just make Irelia come to us. But because they know in terms of a team fight, they are way stronger. And here they go. They're going for the end.
Look at the super minion. This Rammus is looking to go in. Does flash in and goes for the Xayah in this case. But the Rammus is getting CC'd. The Gnar stays them away. The Vanguard's Edge does not hit many members, right? But Irelia does have that Black Shield on her. The Black Shield does finally fall. Kassadin going onto the Xayah, but Xayah still has the Feather Storm available. The Kassadin now going down to the Orianna. The stun lands onto the Gnar, but the Irelia is too pushed in. She does not have many cooldowns available. This is still a 3v2. Oh, it's 3v3 now. And that is a huge kill. A shutdown onto the Xayah. The Gnar are pushing forward. But the Irelia is so low. The Irelia does get a 2-man stun. Wukong trying to go in, but getting killed by the Irelia and flashing the mastery. They're going for the disrespect. The Orianna is still very healthy, however, but does not have enough mana. Gnar is electing to stay, trying to push this Baron super minion. They did get 1 Nexus Tower out of this, but those are huge shutdowns given over to Green Eggs and spam.
A little bit of misplays come in here from Watchdogs, but you can see their game plan here is, yeah, we're gonna let Irelia split push this. We know that Irelia does have that damage. We know Irelia has a lot of gold. We see there in that team fight. But in terms of a 5-on-5, they understand in this situation that they are much more stronger. Yes, they have a losing top side, but the rest of the map is winning for them. So in terms of 5-on-5 members, there is still more gold on this Watchdogs team. So Seraph's Embrace just completed by this Orianna, and still the most gold is on Xayah. So if you saw there in that fight, Rammus did go all in for the Xayah only just to get cleansed. But yeah, this is just a little bit of limit testing from Watchdogs for that turret, but they understand their assignment. They know who they need to focus and they know who to dodge. But yeah,
Thresh is just barely out of vision there. That was interesting. He wasn't in the bush, but he was just barely out of vision. He could have gotten something here, but nothing really happened. They still have Baron buff available on this Orianna as she survived earlier, and it looks like they're just going to transition. It looks like they're just going to transition into taking this entire base, right? They have top and mid inhibitors, and it looks like they're looking for a third. Triple inhib when this dragon is up, and this is Infernal Dragon as well. So this is going to be very, very interesting. They are looking to keep this siege up, right? That Baron buff still active for a few more seconds. They are looking for something here. Stun does not land from the Irelia. And they managed to clear the wave just enough, but there is still... Oh,
Just on the wave.
on the edge of my seat. A fight is going to break out here soon enough. Mid inhibitor has respawned, but it looks like this bottom inhibitor is going to fall. So their base is just continuing to be opened up. A huge hook. They aren't going to go in further because that is indeed their main tank. Aurelia continues to clear the wave. She might look to go in. The Vanguard's edge is available. Taking the mid inhibitor once again, but Kassadin going in, getting some poke. Will we see a pick happen? Rammus looking to go in, uses his power ball, going in, using that ultimate right into the middle of Watchdog. You do see the Vanguard's edge as well, but they are continuing to CC this Aurelia, keeping her from going onto Xayah. Huge pullback, getting multiple members of Green X and spam, but Xayah continuing to kite, and amazing kiting by Human 100, making sure that she doesn't get caught out. Huge hook once again by Lazerue as well. The Wukong dove too far in, got taken out by the Caitlyn Morgana, but this is a 4v2 with an open base. This is double inhib top. Sorry, triple inhib with only one nexus. Oh, sorry, double inhib with only one nexus turret remaining, and it looks like they're going to try and end this game. Second nexus turret is now falling. Black shield is used, but she's just taking too much damage. Gnar going in, uses the Mega Gnar and gets the stun onto the wall on the Caitlyn, and now Morgana cannot do much here. Gets hooked by Lazerue, gets one last kill. Oh, uses Zhonya's to try and stop this. One final kill for good measure, and the win goes to Watchdog, showing exactly why they are the defending champions.
What a play coming out from Watchdogs.